Chapter 21. The Ticking Clock. We sit in a clearing behind the centre to go through the end game. Each of us has a role to play, and if any of us fail, the whole plan will come crashing down. It requires total investment from all of us, and total investment is challenging when you haven't slept properly in 2 days. Everyone's assigned a job to match their skill set. Big Mac, you understand construction and you're strong. You'll be stationed at the dam site. Your priority will be getting that dam down however you can. We need the river flowing back down into the crater. 8. You're smart and you're fast. I need you to help Mac at the dam. You'll need to distract the guards while he susses where the weak spot is. Once he's made a dent in it, I want you both to attack a bug-eye. The rest of the plan depends on them releasing that pheromone and drawing all the others up to the river. Use the swarm. They'll be frenzied and aggressive, so you might even be able to get them to do a lot of the dam destruction for you. Try to lure them into the riverbed so that when the dam breaks, they're swept away. We'll get it done, Mac says. And keep each other safe. When the river floods through, you both need to be clear of the torrent. Affirmative, Adrian nods. Ah, Big Mac and Adrian, the perfect team, Kat says. Your ship name can be... Your joined-up name can be Big Mad. No, Marianne. No, Madriac. Both Mac and Adrian turn pink, so I move on. Chets, they don't know you're not a bug-eye anymore. You can be our undercover brother. You need to keep Digger and Hosh from going with the others when they swarm. They're clever, remember? They'll work out what we're trying to do, and that could jeopardize the whole thing. We need to keep them away from the dam. Got it, Chet says. Katja, you're blessed with an innocent face and mad climbing skills. I need you to lure Digger. No problem, she smiles. And I will take care of Hosh. She'll come for me anyway. It's about time we faced off. The sun's getting low in the sky, and we need the dam down before it gets dark. The bug-eyes can see at night and we can't, so they'll have too much of an advantage if we leave it too late. All right then, good luck everyone, I say. Let's get ready to rumble. I wait nervously with Katja in the trees at the side of the lawn. I hope Madriac are all right, Kat says. They're a couple of bad A's, I said, and they'll look out for each other. I'm sure they're okay. Well, I guess we'll find out soon, one way or the other. It's still wicked hot, but for the first time in days there's a slight breeze. It feels amazing as it tickles my skin, and it carries the faint smell of blossom. It's almost like life is coming back into the crater. It gives me hope. Look, Kat says, pointing at the bug-eye, who up until now had been completely engrossed in draining the lake. The water is ankle deep. Like a flock of frightened deer, they all suddenly raise their heads and sniff the air. They turn in the direction of the dam, and they drop their tools and run. Oh gosh, how are Aid and Mac going to manage with all those angry bug-eyes, Kat says. Oh, look, we can't worry about that now, I say. And besides, the force is strong with them. If anyone can do it, they can. Look, Chet's is up. Chet's has been stalking around the tree line as if he's on hunter duty. When the bug-eyes start to swarm, he runs towards Hosh and Digger. Hunters, cease, he calls, as they turn to join the other flocking to the dam site. He's totally got the bug-eye lingo down, I say. Yeah, he's embracing the role. Hosh and Digger turn to Chet's, who is still wearing his sunglasses. That's our sign to take position. Kat turns and hugs me. We leave the shelter of the trees and sprint to the floodlit lawn. The white lights glare down on us like spotlights. We're out in the open and visible to everyone in the crater. My vision blurs, so I can't see anybody except Kat. And this is where we go our separate ways. She's gone in a swoosh of colour, and I run, as fast as I can, towards the patch of tall trees on the far side of the lawn. In the corner of my eye, I see the distorted shapes of Chet's, Hosh, and Digger. Chet starts to jog my way. Digger gallops after Kat. Hoss is shooting towards me like an arrow with a vendetta. I close my mind to everything around me except the enormous tree looming ahead, and making my legs move faster and faster. I expect every moment to be tackled from behind, flung into the hard dirt ground, my teeth clashing together, the breath being knocked from my body. But Chet's must be doing a good job of slowing Hoss down. I reach the tree. It's got a rope ladder on one side, and I launch myself at it and grab the highest rung I can. Then I start to pull myself up, my muscles throbbing. I'm not the best at climbing, and I wouldn't usually attempt this without a harness, but I have to get higher. I'm a third of the way up when Hoss reaches the tree. I look down to see her lurching at me, but her fingers miss my foot by a few centimetres. "I've got you now, Lance," she says. "This is a dead end. There's nowhere left for you to run." I keep moving upwards, one rung at a time, until I reach the wooden platform. Once I've heaved myself onto it, I look down. Hoss and Chet's are still on the ground having a discussion. Chet's points to a tree nearby and jogs towards it, while Hoss starts to climb up after me. When I look down, all I can see are those creepy, mad eyes, the shiny black and glowing yellow. The urge to jump is almost overwhelming, but I know I have to wait. I look across the lawn to the climbing wall. Karcher's halfway up, taking a complicated route, zigzagging across it like a rainbow-coloured ant. Every now and then she stops to pour something on the hand and footholds. She's totally doing it like a boss. Digger's behind her, but not as fast as I'd have thought he'd be. He's definitely changed shape. He's bigger, especially across the chest, so he must be stronger, but he's sort of twitching in a pretty disturbing way. He reaches the wall and throws himself on it like an animal. He goes for the direct route upwards, grabbing the handholds and perching on tiny footholds like he's done this a million times. Every now and then he stops, and his whole body sort of shudders. Hoss looks over and smiles. Ah, the Sporling's metamorphosis is complete. Take a look, Lance, at the majestic form of a hunter. I watch in horror as Digger's shuddering grows more and more violent. Then the top of his back massively expands, bursting through his polo shirt, which falls in shreds to the floor. His shoulder blades are overly prominent and still growing. They pull apart, splitting his skin open to reveal a massive dark grey fuzz underneath. He claws at his face and his human skin just peels away, exposing his new skin, which is matte black, like velvet. He doesn't look like a person anymore. He doesn't look like a giant wasp, or one of those huge alien-eyed things you see on TV. He's something I could never have imagined. Some impossible monster with a mix of human and insect-like features, and a head like a mouldy potato. Although Digger's head was a bit potato-y before he transformed, so maybe that's just him. And just as I think he couldn't get any scarier, his shoulder blades extend out of his back, dripping black goo, and start to stretch into what can only be wings. Karcher screams, and I don't blame her. I want to scream, and I'm not even remotely close and up personal with the Digger monstrosity. He'll have her soon, Hoss says, and carries on climbing up my tree. I watch Kat with my heart racing and my mouth dry. She's almost to the top of the wall. He's close behind, but he's having trouble moving his hands and feet. Our plan is working. Kat's fingers grasp the summit, and she starts to heave herself up. Digger tries to follow, but he can't move his right hand from the handhold. His feet are stuck too. He jiggles about and pulls, and finally gets his left hand loose. He lunges forward to Katja and grabs her shoe. For half a second, she falls back. Then she drops something on Digger and kicks out. Digger makes a noise that's somewhere between a scream and a roar. His wings stop unfurling. They must be stuck too. Katja clings to the wall and slowly eases herself up, leaving her trainer in Digger's hand, and Digger, roaring in fury, stuck to the superglued wall like a paralyzed spider. Doesn't look like he's going to have her after all, I say, so full of relief that I feel like I might wet my pants. Hosh looks over. No, 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 this is your doing, Lance Sparshot, you vile little reprobate. She quickens her pace. Time to move. I ease myself around the platform to the other side of the trunk where a thick rope is swinging slightly in the breeze. The leap of faith. An uncomfortably large distance away, stretched between two trees, is a large net. So there's me on my ridiculously high platform, and then a load of empty space, which I have to cross if I'm going to get away from Hosh and put her out of action. I turn to see her fingertips appear at the edge of the platform. I hold the rope and try not to think about the huge drop of the ground. If I fall, there's no way I'm going to make it without breaking most of the bones in my body. The top of her head appears, and those truly awful eyes. She hisses at me, which I think is alien speak for, I hate you and I'm going to kill you / use your body as a host for my parasitic spawlings. I count 3 breaths. I hear the click of her heel on the wooden ledge. Then I fling myself from the platform. At first I free fall, down through the air with nothing to hold me back. The feeling's sickening. I brace myself for the kick, when the rope I'm clinging to for dear life goes taut. This is the most dangerous moment, the part where I'm most likely to lose my grip and fall. The rope jerks, my hands slip, my body jars at the bounce. I try to grasp the rope tighter, but it slides through my hands, burning my palms. The forward momentum is still swinging me towards the net. I just need to hold on for a second longer. My sore hands reach the end of the rope as I near the landing net. I've got one chance. So I let go and basically fly through the last bit of the empty air and crash face first into the net. I manage to grab it with one hand and I try to lock it shut while the rest of my body bounces away from the net and then back towards it again. I get my other hand onto the rope and then a foot. I've made it. I hang there for a second, dripping with sweat and relief. There's no breath left in my body. But Hosh has grabbed the swinging rope and is strapping herself into the safety harness. I force myself onwards, climbing the net as quickly as I can, though my whole body wants to give up and die. I only have a few seconds before she jumps.